So what I'd like to do now is I would like to begin hosting a meeting. And I can do that up here at the top. Or if I go into my meetings, I can simply start the meeting here. I'm going to go here with host a meeting with video on because this is kind of a meeting that's on the fly. My settings permit me to use my personal meeting room for every meeting that I host just by turning on in my Zoom host a meeting with video on. So click on that. There's a brief download. It installs. Let me just put this down for a moment. If your students cannot download to their computer, perhaps, or to their phone, or for whatever reason, we have the option of starting or joining it from the browser. So this dialog will open up when you click on Start a Meeting, and then one of your options is to start from your browser. And that is very useful for people that are using Chromebooks or other devices that don't permit downloading and installing the brief app. So, wrong one. So here's our meeting. Maybe just bring the screen down a little bit. In fact, maybe I'll put this down entirely and close that. So we're in a live meeting at this point, and I want you to kind of look at what we've got down here at the bottom in our menu. We have the ability to invite people. We can manage participants from here. In the Pro account, you have the ability to poll. I'm not sure that that's the same in the basic account. You can share your screen, whiteboard, or a document camera from here, or other applications. And then there's a chat feature and recording. Also in the Pro account, you can have breakouts. So we will look at all of these features, keeping in mind that some of them are only available for the Pro account. I'm going to stop my video. I pointed out that earlier in my profile, I had uploaded an image. And so when you stop your video, you'll have your image there. So it is nice to have something there for students to see. Under the invite feature, you can send out an email invitation. And once again, you can copy the invitation to the clipboard and paste that into an announcement or email or however you want to connect with your audience or your students. Under Manage Participants, we'll open up a little window to the right, and in this pane, you will have your students will be listed here. You will also be able to mute your students or unmute the students, and so those are some of the features. You also, once they're listed here, you have the ability to pause a student's interaction. You can also add another person as the host of the meeting in the event that, say, you were going to be leaving the meeting or you wanted someone else to have the controls to run the meeting. They can do that here. I'm going to close that, and also to the right, when you click on it, you will have a chat, and you can have both of these features turned on. The top pane has the participants, the lower pane has the chat. In the chat window, you can, of course, you can post a message to everyone in the meeting. You can also have the option of uploading a file from here. So if you've got, say, your PowerPoint slides that you want to share or any other handouts, you would do that here by clicking on File. And then in addition to being able to chat here, you have the ability to also copy and paste URLs. An advantage to doing that might be that students, rather than having students try to locate a web page or simply watch you on the web page, they can click on the hyperlink that is posted in here and go directly to the site. We turn those things off. And next, there is polling. Polling is really pretty simple. If you're used to asking questions in your class frequently, this might be a place to put those. You can add polls for individual and special meetings as you schedule them by going back in to the settings and adding the polls there at the bottom of the screen in your settings. I'm going to skip sharing. I do want to talk about recording. When you record a meeting, you can just simply click on that button. I pointed out earlier that that we want to, that if you want to, you can set it up so that your meeting gets recorded automatically. If you know you're going to be, say, holding a live session for your class and you want all of those meetings to be recorded, I would recommend putting that in your settings. There are breakout room features available, and that is for creating small groups. So maybe you have 20 students in your class and you want to break them into 5 groups of 4. You could do that here. Just because I'm the only one in here, there's no way for me to demonstrate that, but you simply put in the number of rooms and the number of participants per room down here, and then just create breakout rooms. And finally, I want to talk a little bit about sharing. You do have some sharing settings here. You want people to be able to share simultaneously what's going on in their screens. That gets a little bit busy. You might want to share one person at a time, and you might decide that only you can share. So I click on share, and the options that I have is my desktop. I have a second screen that I could be using. I have a PowerPoint that is open, so that's an option. There's a whiteboard. If I share the whiteboard, it has annotation in the whiteboard, much like at any other whiteboard application. You can draw and you can create text and so on. So there are options for that. This whiteboard also works in the breakout rooms. And there is one other thing that I want to share in the sharing, and that is that you can share a portion of your screen or content from a second camera. So if you have a document camera connected to your computer, this is a great way to share what's going on there. So that is the brief overview of the interface. When you start a meeting, when you're done, you simply click on End Meeting, and you can end meeting for all, or you can simply leave it open and exit. So I did make a brief recording, and it is alerting me that that recording is going to be stored in my Documents folder under Zoom, and it's being given a name about that is relevant to the time. And here's the meeting, or here are the recordings. This is my audio only, and this is my video file. So I can upload that video file into YouTube, or I can put it out on TechSmith Relay, which permits me to import it directly into Blackboard. And that's it for now.